E.T. was widely acclaimed by critics and is considered to be one of the greatest films of all time. Wow.
Yes.
I wonder if they billed it as that going in.
This crazy world.
It is a crazy world, Granny.
In 2000, probably 4. I think it was actually before the website, because I can't imagine doing this when I had the website. My buddy Yeti and I convinced him to take $1,000 out of his account, because I had no money, and we rented a PT Cruiser, and we went to Ocean Shores, and I'd never drank in my life, and I bought a big-ass thing of Captain Morgan's, and I drank half of it. Somehow I lived. I don't know how. It was a big mistake. For all of you kids listening, don't ever drink. And that was my first hangover. It was so bad that I drank so much that I woke up in the morning and I was fine. And I thought, wow, I can really handle that alcohol. And then, like a few hours later, I got the hangover. So that should tell you how much I drank and for how long.
How old were you?
30.
30.
Close.
Yeah, almost 30. 29, so it would have been 2004.
Did you ever pay him back?
I don't know if I did or not, actually. Moving on.
To the back, where Mean Gene is interviewing Slick and the one-man gang. Slick again buries the U.S. Olympic team, calls them losers, and then turns to Gene and says, wasn't that loser son of yours on that loser hockey team? Because yes, for those of you not aware, Gene Okerlund's son was an Olympic caliber athlete on the United States hockey team. It's stunning to look at Mean Gene and think that DNA produced an Olympian, but it did. It did. So they talk about the Olympics for a long time. They move on to the New York Yankees. Time's flying by, and finally at the very end, they almost forgot why they were there. They mentioned, yes, the one-man gang is also here. Who needs an army when you have a gang? And that's it. This was strange. One-man gang versus Ken Patera.
I got to take over. By the way, I have a cousin who was an Olympic gymnast.
Yes.
That DNA is in my family.
I remember, this is years and years and years ago.
Yes.
You were watching gymnastics on TV. I came over to watch wrestling. You had gymnastics on. And as a young fellow on screen, I say, hey, that guy looks a lot like you. And his name comes up. Am I allowed to say his name?
Yeah.
Honestly, I believe it's Guillermo Alvarez.
Yes.
Yes. And Alvarez. And I look at you. You just say, he's my cousin. And that was it.
Well, you don't even know the
my
better,
introduction to your
better
Olympic
story.
cousin. Yes.
The better story is when I used to coach gymnastics. One day, one of the female gymnasts came up to me and she said, I was at a meet and I met your cousin. I said, who's my cousin? She says, Guillermo. I was baffled. Because when we were growing up, they called him Memo.
Yes.
Nobody called him Guillermo. So I had no idea that he was a gymnast, or a good gymnast, or a great gymnast, or an Olympian. It had to be told to me by somebody else. I went home, I asked my family, and they alerted me. That's how I found out that I had an Olympian in my family.
There you go, then.
All right, now I got to talk about this fucking match.
Okay.
It's a one-man gang versus Ken Patera.
Right. So he has a job that he's worked at for like 30 years or something like that. And he's 60, as noted. And hopefully he doesn't mind me telling this story. But I'm proud of him, so I'm telling the story. So Wayne, last year, not 2013, 2012, there have been so many people taking sick days in 2011 that in 2012 they said, if you go the whole year without taking one single sick day, there's like there was some sort of big prize. It was like it was a pretty hefty prize, like $2,000 or something like that. It's big. So Wayne was like, well, these youngsters, I'm going to show them. So he goes the whole year, and I believe on like December 30th, he got like a massive flu. And with 2 days left in the year, he had to take a sick day. And so he lost out. And he was so angry that in 2013, even though they weren't giving out any prize whatsoever, he was going to prove a point and go the entire year without getting sick again and taking no sick days off of work. So when Christmas was coming, we invited him over, and Whitney had posted on her Facebook that she was really sick. And so he almost didn't come to Christmas. He was like, when did you get sick? How are you feeling now? Is there any chance I could get sick? And we assured him that he would be fine, which, of course, we couldn't really assure that, but we told him so. So he came to Christmas, and he was telling us, I just got to make it through next Monday and next Tuesday, and I'll have done it. So long story short, Wayne made an entire year at age 60 without taking one single sick day. And they gave him nothing financial, but they printed up a little certificate, a congratulations certificate for him. And that's what he got. And I was like, man, he lost out on thousands of dollars, and he actually did it this year just to prove a point, and they gave him a certificate. So Whitney and I decided...
They give him $1,000?
No. We are going to throw him a Rasta party. So
tell me more.
So I just told him, I said, Rasta Witty and I want to throw you a Rasta party at some point to celebrate your perfect attendance in 2013. He Facebooked back. I won't read the whole thing, but in no uncertain terms, he said, no, you ain't. And I said, come on, a Rasta party. At which point he has called us, and I quote, goofy yuppies. What the fuck, per se, in your minds is a Rasta party?
I think that's a great question.
Are you planning on inviting Marcus Garvey? So now I am determined. I am determined to throw him a Rasta party. No, I don't know what a Rasta party is. The whole idea is preposterous. That we're going to throw him a Rasta party. That's why I want to do it. So sometime before the end of this year, he's getting a Rasta party. One way or the other.
In all seriousness.
That should be an ongoing storyline on this show.
In all seriousness. Give me one aspect of your party that's going to be Rasta.
Gonna grow dreads.
Are you now?
Yeah. Look at how long my hair is. I'm growing it out.
You're an idiot.
How dare you? How dare you? Didn't you see my Halloween costume?
Probably.
My pirate?
Yes.
I could put that fucking thing on again. I'd be a Rasta immediately.
No, you'd be a pirate.
Well, kind of. I'm going to do it, Vinny. I'm going to wear a lot of rainbow colors, and I'm going to grow dreads.
Rainbows.
You sure? Colors, Like, what's that dingbat on NXT that you hate?
CJ Parker.
CJ Parker. I'm going to dress up like CJ Parker. Play a song here. Pardon me. Funk Fears Rap? Let's try this one. From The Free Thinker. Funk rapping about...
But I'm not going to say it, and I'm going to spell it out to you people. I'm going to spell it out to you people. I'm going to spell it out to you people. R-E-A-R, R-E-A-R, R-E-A-R.
Rear?
It'll shock you. The word is R-E-A-R.
Rear?
And that's exactly what Dusty Rhodes is going to have. R-E-A-R.
Rear.
Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes is going to have R-E-A-R. He's drugged on his own ego. Ego. Dusty Rhodes is dumb. He is ignorant. He does not show any respect. Dusty Rhodes is going to have R-E-A-R.
Somebody needs to put that on a Sesame Street video.
What the hell was that?
I
What the
enjoyed
hell
it.
was that?
I enjoyed it.
All right. Was that better or worse than the Cena rap?
Oh, God, better.
Vinny, I'm giving you 3 minutes to do the Raw report. We spent too much time on this show. I recapped it with Dave yesterday anyway.